A fool. Igbo people used to say, Onye iberibe amara mgbe ekere nkwa ụkwa. And we try to, a fool can never give account on how firewood was shared. You, as a Biafran today, if you want to understand what is really going on in this life, you will join Biafran struggle. Biafra is another way of education of Biafra is another way of education of its own. When you join Biafra, your brain will become activated. Your brain will begin to work. Your brain will be having different kind of subject to solve. If you join people, so we can communicate a little. Ask yourself, since you join Biafran struggle, check your, they said, count your blessings one by one, and it has done. You understand? Count your blessings one by one. It will surprise you what God has done in your life. That is, since you join Biafran struggle, how is your brain? How is your memory? How is your medical oblongata functioning? You will understand that the more you look, the more question you ask. The more you hear Simon Ekpa, the more questions, the more you see the activity of Biafran Liberation Army, the more question you ask. The more you see the Biafran government in exile, the activity and what they potence in life, the more question you ask. And this brought us to the study of brain. When they remove history out of Nigerian school curriculum, they says that they defined some mad people in Nigeria and in Biafran land. Some people that went to university and those people that studied so much. You can, some of you here can bear me witness. Some of them went mad in Biafran land. And they say it is because they have too much education. And because of so much education which they have, they become mad. If you are in the comment section and if you have come across this kind of thing, please, you will write me a comment. Fix yourself back. Then you ask yourself today, what you are doing. Some people call you mad, but you know that what you are doing is right. Now, those days, they used to say, some people that is mad, those intelligent people that went to London, that those days, they went to Britain those days and they studied. When they return to Nigeria, they will become mad. They will be preaching Bible. Some people will say that these people finished the Bible, and when they finish the Bible, these are fairy tales that has been told. Then, when they finished the Bible, they become mad. You understand? All these things are fairy tales. And why am I elaborating in this thing? We are elaborating in this thing because after understanding the power of brain, then we enter the Biafran struggle. We enter the Biafran struggle to keep our brain alive. Diana, I greet you. I greet you. Then we enter the Biafran struggle to keep our brain alive. And when we study the brain, they say that brain, science defines brain as ocean. Ocean is a place where they can swallow 4-story building times 1 million. When you bring 5-story buildings, towers, and put it inside ocean, ocean will swallow them. Ocean can swallow ship. Ocean can swallow the biggest boat in this history. And that is how brain is being measured. Then that now gives us the audacity to ask, why is it those days when some people went to England and study, return to Nigeria, they will become crazy. People will be throwing them, children will be throwing them stone. They will call them madman. Some people give their own definitions that it is because they studied so much or because they read Bible from Genesis to Revelation and they finish it just once and they go crazy. All these things are fallacy. And we have come to understand that the more you learn, the more your brain develop. And why is it that none of us is going crazy? Because you are here listening to us. When we lay our hands from geography, from science, we see people whom we can talk to and the people who can respond, even to correct us, the one we didn't put in order. When you understand the more advantages in Biafran struggle, then you will be forced to, you will force yourself to join the struggle. Inside the Biafran struggle, you will be able to challenge every power that has been existing in this world. Inside Biafran struggle, you will be able to challenge every power. Only iberibe amara mgbe ekere nkwa. Those who will join us, we will analyze the message of Uchechi Kanu, the wife of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. We will analyze it deeply. After listening to her, we spent time 1 hour something minutes. We have not heard her saying the ideology of Usman Dan Fodio, which Mazen Nnamdi Kanu mobilized every one of us to come and destroy. We have not heard her said the agenda of the Fulanis, which Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, after studying in Britain, he came to understand the real ideology of Usman Dan Fodio, Fulani Islamization agenda. We didn't hear her motivating people on how to follow the agenda which Mazen Nnamdi Kanu started after he decamped from Masob under Owazurike. All we hear her saying was the somebody which she said she don't want to mention his name, you know, psychological talk. And only believe Amaro Ogekere Nkwoukwa. We heard her saying Ifeanyi Uba made her to have access to meet her husband. But here in the Western world, it is your responsibility, 100% right. As a wife, you are obligated. No audio. Are you not hearing me, please? Diana, am I coming out, please? Please. Somebody, Peter Pan, say no audio. Am I talking alone? Some people here, please write us comment. Let me, never mind. Is my voice coming out? Somebody said no audio. Am I coming out? You are here. We can hear you. Okay, Peter Pan, please check your phone well. Happy we may also confirm that they can hear me. Then we continue. When we will do our analysis, we will use your own comment to do the program. But one thing that is happening. Before we joined this struggle under the leadership of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, when Mazen Nnamdi Kanu says that if you want to hide a secret to a black man, put it in the book, that only a black man doesn't have the time to go inside the book and dig out secret. He says, when you want to hide any secret to a black man in this world, put it inside book. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu threw a challenge to Biafrans those days. And as we literally want to get Biafra, we went to the book. We went to the book of astronomers. We went to the book of archaeologists. We went to the book of the geographies. We went inside the book of science, and we came to understand the meaning of Bible. And from there, we found out that the King James Version that is being introduced in Nigeria is incomplete. Are you really getting it? It is just because we went inside book according to the direction of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. And we didn't go to school in order for us to speak perfect English. Mind you, we didn't go to school to learn how to speak perfect English. There are differences between going to school to understand why they write what they wrote, and the differences between going there to serve the ideology of Leopold of Belgium that says, teach them how to read and write, but don't teach them how to think and how to ask questions. Focus their attention on how to do recitation. You will see our children, they know how to do recitation. Ihe bụ n'isi. Are you understanding? They can cram Bible from Genesis to Revelation. That is how the ideology of these Europeans, which Tinubu handed over Africa today, was designed to function. Only when you understand that only iberibe amaro ga-ekere nkwu ụkwa, then you will continue to beat around the bush, which made Mazen Nnamdi Kanu to say, Ifeanyi Uba went to Asorok and met Buhari, the same Buhari that says they are just dots in the circle. He has already asked Edwin Clark. Through Edwin Clark, he found out the power which they introduced in Nigeria inside Eastern Zone, divide and rule, the effect of divide and rule. It is only when you study the book of the geographies, you went to school, you go to school, just like Nnamdi Kanu instructed. That is only the time you will be able to understand what it means. The fool cannot explain how the firewood was shared. Nnamdi Kanu is inside the DSA dungeon, playing and pleading for him to be sent inside the prison. Are you people? Some people are not really understanding the differences between dungeon. Yeah, a dungeon where Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is, confined room where he is, and the differences to the difference between dungeon and the prison. You know, somebody is locked inside one room where camera is being fixed. You can hear her when she said that they were monitoring. Where camera is being fixed, the lawyers are crying every now and then that they don't have what they call law power, logical power to speak to their client. That their client has not even tell them how he has been renditioned to Nigeria from Kenya. The only thing is that have proved it that Nnamdi Kanu was renditioned to Nigeria. But he has not been able to explain to them how it happened. Whether he left from Britain, or whether he came from Russia, or whether we knew that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu has been traveling all over the world. Where did he depart and landed in Kenya? He has not been able to tell his lawyers this thing since more than 3 years. And somebody that says he is the wife of indigenous people of Biafra. And she also said that she is writing a book. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu says, if you want to hide any secret to a black man, put it in the book. And she says in that place that she had a dream, meaning the dream will be explained inside that book. And some people will read it. Remember, onye iberibe amara mgbe ekere nkwa ụkwa. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu was renditioned and extradited to Nigeria with a private jet of an Igbo man. Then Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, quote unquote, says that somebody called Ifeanyi Uba has been using his name to do swag. Using his name to look for contracts. Using his name to say that he is the person that has been talking to him. That he can stop IPOB. He can stop Eastern Security Network. He is 100% in contact with him. And the same person used his mouth and says that the private jet being used to bring Mazen Nnamdi Kanu to Nigeria was the private jet of his own friend. DOS then say that Chinasa Nworu, quote unquote, go and ask Ifeanyi Ejiofor what he know when they concluded on the extradition of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. And Ifeanyi Ejiofor then say that he had a sensitive meeting with the Eastern governors and the Eastern elites, Ohaneze ndị Igbo in general. George Obiozo, you know, we are just taking you people just a little because we are just inside our gentle office today. That's why we are not calling people's name, so that people will be able to copy this one and paste. We don't put copyright. George Obiozo, remember when Nyanwodo was the president of Ohaneze ndị Igbo, it was under the power of Nyanwodo. Igbo people in general was classified as terrorists. Indigenous people of Biafra was classified as terrorists under the leadership of Mazen Nyanwodo, general president of Ohaneze ndị Igbo. The same Nyanwodo is the person who says that they are serving the interests of Nigeria, and anybody who will bring ammunition to defend the indigenous people of Biafra, him, Nyanwodo, will become a saboteur, quote unquote. We don't come here to preach what we don't have in our books and in our archive. Because Mazen Nnamdi says, if you want to hide a secret to a black man, put it in the book. Then we had somebody who said she is writing a book promoting Ifeanyi Ejiofor and promoting Ifeanyi Oba, saying only that they used the influence of Ifeanyi Oba to let her in to see the husband, which you know it is her legit right to go and visit her husband every minute of the day. That's why we say the sea has a new challenge every minute of the day. Use your brain. This is 555 vision program. We do our brain to wind up your brain. And then we will tell you the advantage of being a Biafra and serving Biafra in order for you to develop your brain. And remove that fear out of you that those people that went mad those days, I was mad because they studied. That is fallacy. Our people today, they are saying they want to go back to their culture. They want to go back to their origin. They want to go back to the way of their ancestors and how it has been before. Go and check every one of you that is here. Isdo is here. Timothy is here. Emmanuel is here. Ugo God is here. Happy Ume is here. Many people is here. Those our brothers and sisters, those in the Zemwani, and those in the Ogomo, those in the Akajiofo, and those in the Zendiozo that is telling you, go back to your culture and your way of life. You as a person who is trying to understand the gospel of Biafra, can you ask those people, how can you go to Biafra? How can you go back to the way of your ancestors without Biafra? And go and watch those people that is demoting Jesus Christ. Their own power and their interest is to make sure that they bring the name of Jesus Christ down. And we told you in this place that you cannot bring that name down. More you are wasting your time trying to bring down the name of Jesus Christ, more Fulanis are taking you over. The only message you will hear from those people that is telling you, let us go back to the way of our ancestors. Let us go back to the way of our fathers. They will tell you, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu says that the letter J was just created in 1945 or how many years ago, even before Jesus Christ exist. Where then come the name of Jesus Christ? Selfish argument, doing the right thing at the wrong time, quote unquote. Apostle James Nnachichema, quote unquote, doing the right thing at the wrong time. Only believe is trying to reign here. Now, as we are proceeding, try to hit the like button as well. Try to hit the like button because he go to Anya Dezu. You hit the like button and let people come. The more numbers we see here, more time we give. And again, this kind of message don't supposed to even go far because sometimes we do it for the people that are used to copy and they paste it in their own program. For this reason, we don't put more copyright, so it will go far. Go and check those people that is telling you, let us go back to the way of our ancestors. Today, the puppet Tinubu, the European powers, France, Britain, and America is trying to use the puppet Tinubu to instill military in Nigeria in order for the military which they placed in Nigeria to go and fight Niger Republic that is just trying to survive, to go and fight Burkina Faso that is just trying to survive, to go and fight Chad that is just trying to survive, to go and fight Senegal that have just won the election of Pan-African. Many of you may be asking, what is the meaning of Pan-African? Pan-Africa is just like a Biafra, the people who have the interests of Africans at heart. That is the simple definition of being a Pan-Africanist. When you hear Pan-African, Pan-Africa is just like having Biafra at heart, having the interests of Igbo people at heart, just like Nnamdi Kanu and the Simon Ekpa Ojukwu as the general. The people who doesn't want to take bribe to mislead their own brothers and the sisters. These are the people who is inside Pan-African, like a Laurent Gbagbo of Ivory Coast, one of the leaders and the founders of Pan-African movement, like a Muammar Gaddafi, the people who have interest of the growth of Africans. Then some people like all this, do you know when Peter Obi went to Chatham House, they told him he must not develop Nigeria and establish restructuring, regional power. Then that is why they choose Tinubu. Tinubu didn't win the election. Everybody knows that Tinubu didn't win the election. And the Tinubu was imposed in Nigeria and the Africa in order for our mineral resources, which Buhari started. He dig pipe in the riverine area, and that pipe is being removed in Algeria and in Morocco. And the water, that water where that has border between Morocco and Spain, that is where the pipe just passed. That place you used to see people coming through boat to Europe. That pipe passed through there, and Tinubu signed. Buhari started that thing, and the Tinubu says he has come to finish what Buhari started. He came to do like Buhari, and the Peter Obi didn't sign this thing, and they imposed Tinubu to Nigerian people. Onye iberibe amaro mgbe ekere nkwa ụkwa. Now, all this thing now has been going on. Nnamdi Kanu, which is the supreme leader of indigenous people of Biafra, is serving illegally in Nigeria. No law is holding him there. But the humble wife, the beautiful wife, the elegant wife, the authoritative wife of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu says that she is greeting Ifeanyi Oba for letting her in. And she keep on diverting the attentions of those gullible ones that is still inside the DOS. While the husband is still inside dungeon, inside a circle. Do you know the differences again between being inside the prison and the inside dungeon where Nnamdi Kanu is? According to her, she said that she met Mazen Nnamdi Kanu using short and a small polo. You know, when you go inside the book, according to Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, you will understand how to interpret all these words. Someone that read novel, you like to read novel. Yes, she is someone that liked reading novel, because when you read novel, things fall apart and all these books. You will understand how to define someone that you met him, then he was using short and the polo, and she cried. All those things. This is how they write fairy tales. Mary Tockham, I must greet you. Then, that is what this woman spent more than 1 hour talking in the public. And the Nigerian government is there crying, saying that Simon Ekpa is giving them tough time to accomplish their mission on the reason Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped and renditioned and kept inside dungeon where he is today, using one cloth to surface in the public. That only Simon Ekpa is the person giving them tough time to accomplish this mission. You can fool some people sometime, but you cannot fool all the people all the time. Amy Sami, I must say thanks to you. Because he is here. If you people are not here, we will not be talking. Can you imagine? Tinubu has every power to release Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Ifeanyi Uba and all the elites she recommended knew 100% that Nnamdi Kanu is serving incarceration illegal. These people, for more than 3 years, they have not been able to summon any kind of thing different, just like Simon Ekpa is doing something different to create awareness. And she gave her accolade to the people who say, Nnamdi Kanu is the leader of indigenous people of Biafra. You cannot do any other thing again. Just wait until when he is out, because this is political solution. Political solution. Do you think that if Simon Ekpa asina girigiri bu ugweze, girigiri bu ugweze na Igbo, and we that is preaching to you, before we come here, begin to preach, Nnamdi Kanu says, if you want to hide any secret to any black man, put it in the book. And when you go to the book, they will direct you to go and read the power of your ancestors. And do you know how we have been able to trace back the power of our ancestors? It was through pyramid. And person like me and all of you here, if you have not been following Biafra, your brain can never develop to ask a difficult question. And let me tell you, the sea has a new challenge every day because the treasure is hidden in an open place. In this 555 vision program, we told you that one picture speaks more than 1,000 words. If you bring out a picture, immediately you place your eyes on that picture, you will have a reflection of messages. You will have reflection of messages that will reflect in your brain. And immediately those messages reflect in your brain, then you will pay attention to the picture. The picture will begin to send information to you. And from there, we are directed to go and understand the magic. Magic, which some of our brothers that say we have to go back to the way of our ancestors, that is using magic power. Magic power is what we will preach again. We will preach magical power again. Because when you go back to the book, you will understand the differences between magic and traditional worship or tradition and the culture. You will understand it only when you go back to the book. Now, the sea has a new challenge every day. Use your memory as you are here. Watch any river of your choice or any ocean of your choice, any lake of your choice, any Atlantic of your own choice. Go there, use your own memory now and wind it. How the wave was turning 2 hours ago is different to how the wave is turning right now. We create waves with the power which Nnamdi gave to us. He said, go back to book. And when you go back to book, you will see how they used to create content and how to create ways. The treasure is hidden in an open place. Have you heard it before? This is from 555 Vision, created. And the meaning is, here, we told you, na okwu anyị dị ka nkụ ụgbọgụrụ udu mmiri, nkụ ụkwa na udu mmiri. In the udu mmiri time, during rainy season, nkụ ụkwa ada anya ya anya. Nkụ ụkwa used to consume, simulate water. You can't use nkụ ụkwa to cook. But it is necessary whenever the hammer time comes. Then hammer time will then dry the water inside the nkokwa. Then you can be able to use it. That is the simple definition of that parable you used to hear from us here. In a simple form. What we tell you yesterday is the same thing we are telling you now, and the same thing we will tell you tomorrow. Our word never change. We are whiter than white and whiter than snow. We know who sent us message. Then, if you want to understand it very, very vividly, then we told you na aku banyeni ikiri. That's why some of our ancestors, the people that knows the power of culture and the tradition, aka Ori Afonkwo, they left some of the things they are doing. And they told you people, those are our brothers that is championing Omen and Abuze Ezioku. Let's go back to our culture. Our ancestors, gods of the land, the people that gathered together and they resurrected 7,500 Biafran dead warriors. They said, there is no way you can practice that legit culture in Biafran land without getting Biafra. And what is that will improve your memory? It is only when you begin to think of your own freedom. How then will you provoke your own brain to think about your own freedom? Maybe you are living in Germany thinking that you are living comfortable. You have your children there. You use your hands to sell your children as a slave in another man's land. You see your children telling you versus lose me dear. Telling you versus lose me dear. Last me rue. Your own children in Germany. You have your own children in Italy. They will speak their own. You go to Spain. They will tell you, ¿Qué pasa? Some children tell their fathers, ¿Qué pasa? They have me in pass. Leave me alone. And the law has covered them. Government will take them and give them the kind of education they want them to have. And in as much as they are dark-skinned children, they are irrelevant. This is pure truth. This is the pure truth. Only here we will tell you the gospel. How Mazen Nnamdi started it. Are you telling me that the woman that is writing book in England today, that she has meditated on all this thing. The husband says the only way she can remove that cloth is only when they give him the cloth of his people. Nnamdi Kanu want to use the Igbo way of dressing. Nnamdi Kanu want to appear in the court with Isiago, the attire of his people. Nigerian government court rejected him to dress according to how he wants. And somebody will tell me that you studied in England, you read book, and you are writing book. You are writing book. The kind of book, before we join this struggle, Chukwu Okike Abiama revealed to us. That is why we are 555 Vision, Biafran Gospel, and the Bible. They revealed to us that Biafra will have their own Bible. And what do you think you will see inside the Biafran Bible? The activities of Nelson Mandela and his wife. Nelson Mandela's wife did exactly the copy, the opposite, the copy of what we are hearing today. Are you here? Are you getting it? Send this message to anywhere you like. When we were here, we took oath to defend Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Nigeria agents says, oh, why should you be talking about and defending Mazen Nnamdi Kanu? We showed our face. And Simon Ekpa says, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu made him to take oath. Do you understand what we are talking about? We are oath members of IPOB, oath member. And we know what oath means. Yes. You can call whatever you want to call. But let me ask you. Scammers call. Dangerous murderers. Tell me, in what way are you serving? In as much as you have a black skin, be you a Fulani puppet, be you a Bubago, you are a black-skinned man. Let me tell you. Go and read the history of black Spartans. Read the history of the black Spartans, and you will understand why they used to do black life matters. You are a black-skinned man. I am from Korea. If you are from Korea, then nothing concerns you here. Then you go away. I have no business with you. Okay? You are a Korean man. A North Korea president is defending his own people. And if you are from Korea, try to mind your own business. Go and defend your people. We are speaking in this place, defending our people and giving them a knowledge which we have acquired from in the Western world. Because our leader Mazen Nnamdi Kanu says, go back to book, you will understand. And when you follow the pyramid, you will see the history. And that is the secret behind the treasure is hidden in an open place. The secret behind the treasure is hidden in an open place. We are not afraid of anyone. Chukwu Okike Abiama have chosen us to deliver this message, and we are delivering it. Those people that is writing book, tell them, she said, she confirmed that Nnamdi Kanu health condition is not okay. The last program she did, she identified Mazen Nnamdi Kanu as the London husband. As the London husband. And she said, if Mazen Nnamdi Kanu die inside DSA dungeon, then Nigeria will burn. But somebody remove sleep out of his body, which is Simon Ekpa and the people operating inside the government in exile today. and the Biafran Liberation Army, that is sleeping inside forest, doing everything to make sure that the man, that his health condition is not okay today, we have freedom. And somebody that call himself a wife will come up to tell us that you are writing a book. What do you think? What do you think people will read in that book? And how do you think people will define you? A fool doesn't know, cannot give account how the firewood of Nkokwa was spread. It was Ohaneze Ndibo. It was Eastern elites that first of all called indigenous people of Biafra terrorists. It was them that tagged indigenous people of Biafra, including you, a terrorist. It was Ohaneze Ndibo that authorized Operation Python Dance 3, that it took the life of physical 28 people, the one history can carry, including Jack the dog. It was Ohaneze Ndibo that cost the life of Ezuku Kano, that died mysteriously with the wife. The same people, the only good thing, one of the mighty things Simon Ekpa has done, is to remove Biafran struggle out of personal affair into a government. That is why you see that today Biafra is a government, not a personal affair. Mary Tokam, yes. It was Mazen Nnamdi Kanu who studied the power inside Simon Ekpa. If you say that you want to obey Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, why didn't you obey the 13th commandment of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu? You know, justice is justice. Justice is justice. You know? Eme nwata ka emeri ibe ya. Iyotago obi ade ya mma. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, when he was here, he said he was looking for 100 men. Simon Ekpa said, men, for us to get to where we are going, take 50 from my side, look for extra 50. Nnamdi Kanu then said that out of 70 million people, he has 15 only. Then he took the 15 and they joined to Simon Ekpa, which is 65, and he moved because the majority carry the vote. Inside a vote of 100, then you have 65. What do? You have to move. Then Nnamdi Kanu then say he is going to lead in front, which is 65%. With 65%, Nnamdi Kanu went to lead in front. But what these people are still doing here today is to keep on telling us, hey, somebody has been motivated by Nigeria. Nigeria is sponsoring this one. Nigeria is sponsoring the other one. What's wrong with you people? Simon Ekpa is the same person Nigerian government is shouting every minute of the day that Simon Ekpa is giving them tough time. That Simon Ekpa is giving them tough time on not accomplishing the plan of Usman Danfodio. Umaru Diko says it was Simon Ekpa and then Nnamdi Kanu that the same Nigeria has not been Islamized. Today, Umaru Diko said it. All the people you are hearing today talking and speaking out loud, just like you see that Emmanuel Iweanyanwu has not been able to go and pass apology, say that Igbo people is guilty for what is happening in Nigeria because of the power of Simon Ekpa, nothing more. That man that reviewed that audio, that gave them that lesson, if you listen to that audio, you will see that the man that writes the book, that he say he is writing the book, he already tried to convince the other person that you know that this is the only thing they have to do, only to go and accept that Igbo people is guilty through Nzogu, who is a military. The man then gave him his life lecture. From there, he learned the lesson. He said, man, you have just spoken the truth. You have now spoken the truth. Now, we have to make this thing go viral. And when this thing go viral, you will get to what Mazen Nnamdi Kanu say. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, before he started, he says that Nigerian media are compromised. All of them have been bought over. So, what are you going to do? What you were supposed to do now is every one of us to stand up and face and become a journalist, because we are here to enjoying freedom of speech. Here I am talking. In this place I am talking. If you like, I'll show you the environment. I'll show you environment. It doesn't look like Africa. You understand? We are taking the advantage of freedom of speech. Because only believe that is why we are here. Nobody will come here and arrest me. I am speaking my mind. Let me let you know. Only believe for those people who is here trying to think that you can put me afraid. You understand? You can't. You can't. We will tell you the truth. You say you are in North Korea or South Korea. I don't care. You understand? And we are here to deliver the message to our people. Ike Kweremadu that signed the contract of selling everybody's intestine and kidney. It was Ike Kweremadu under the leadership of Buhari and the Tinubu. Ohaneze Ndigbo. Ike Kweremadu was a member of Ohaneze Ndigbo, the same elite. What are you going to write in that book? The gods of the land said, I should ask you, who is going to read those books? Do you know the same way that man in that audio told the other man and say, you see this book, don't ever publish that book. Anybody that knows the wife of Nnamdi Kanu, Uchechi Kanu, tell her the reason Mazi Simon Ekpa and the people is even talking about Nnamdi Kanu, America is talking about the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, is what we are doing. He called every one of us charlatans. We didn't go to school to speak better English. We go to school to understand what you say. That is why we go. We didn't go to school for us to speak it. We put words where it's supposed to be. That is not our interest. When Nnamdi Kanu say go back to book, we go to school in order for us to understand that you said when you visited him, he was wearing short. He was putting on short and the polo. And the only time you cried was when you explained the dream which you had, you didn't make open, and the dream will be shown in the book which you are writing. But under which circumstances are they reading it? That is why we are putting this thing on record, because Biafra will have their own Bible. Biafra will have their own Bible. You can only fool some people sometime, but you cannot fool all the people all the time. That is the message from Bob Marley. Abi? He sang his own, he keep the message. The message penetrated inside people. He is not a freedom fighter, Big Bob Marley. He is the singer. Just like a Fela son, Senu, or Soku, or whatever they call him. Fela is not a freedom fighter. Fela is a mocker. Fela is a comedian, a mockery. Then he used his own message to mock government. You understand? And Simon Ekpa told you, if you are not genuine enough, don't come out to fight this government. If you fight this government, your own will finish. Go and look for Senu Kuti. He can't even be proud of himself again. People now have brought out the real history of Fela and the grandmother of Senu. This is history. And the reason all this thing is being made so, because Scammers call. We are telling you, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu has impregnated billions of people in this world. Are you trying to understand it? If you take Nnamdi Kanu away, millions of preachers will come, because as you took him away, he impregnated each and every one of us. And this one I am doing here is impregnating a lot of people. And this is how people, the prophet told you people that a Biafra is a pregnant. You understand? Let me educate you a little concerning, we are not afraid of you people again. You understand? Because you taking Nnamdi Kanu out, thinking that this struggle will go down. Simon Ekpa came. All of you, the members of Ohanes Ndigbo, the members of DOS, the Eastern governors, all of you gathered together, including Ifeanyi Ejiofor and Ifeanyi Oba, gathered together and placed bounty, $500,000 to rendition Simon Ekpa, dead or alive. And nobody has been able to answer that call. They brought out a black check. We knew when Wike put bounty and when Fulanis put bounty on Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, all of you, scammers call and any other idiot that will come out of here, all of you rush and you took that money and you sold Mazen Nnamdi Kanu and collected the bounty which Wike and the Fulanis put on him. The same bounty is what they place on Simon Ekpa. Nigerian media said that Simon Ekpa has become more dangerous than Nnamdi Kanu. They put bounty on him. He become more dangerous than Nnamdi Kanu, and he is the one who is stopping them from accomplishing their mission. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu created ESN. When his rendition came, then they told ESN to drop down their weapon and embrace amnesty. That is the history. And embrace amnesty, which is political solution. But Mazen Nnamdi Kanu did not create ESN in order for you to take amnesty. He created ESN to defend the Biafran land. And he said, time will come when ESN will be graduated to become Biafran military. What is happening today? Today, the real ESN, the people that want to fight, the people on oath, they said they graduated today and become Biafran Liberation Army. And the Nigerian government, Simon Ekpa, government in exile, is telling you, when you want to address them, address him as Biafran elected prime minister. And they address Biafran Liberation Army as Biafran Liberation Army. Stop misusing the words. Stop misusing the words. You understand? Stop misusing the words. ESN then succumbed to the pressure of command and control. It was political solution and the command and control. That is our message today. Then we are waiting, all of you. If you have not subscribed to our channel 555 Vision, try to do so. And if you have subscribed, go that place where there is personalized. Press that place where there is personalized. When we come here, it will go direct to your phone and it will personalize to you that we are here online. What we are not doing now is that we don't have specific time to deliver this gospel, because we have been impacted to deliver this message. We came to serve Biafra with 555 spirits, 555 histories, including the pyramid, the crystal skull, the colossal, the Neanderthals, in order for you to understand who is here. That's Kama's call. Let me let you know. You know about the Neanderthals and the mummies, the crystal skull, the extraterrestrials. These are involved in what we are doing. We don't know the God you are serving, but we know the power of Eke, Ori, and Afonkwo. You understand? We don't come here looking anybody's face. We came here to deliver the message from Chukwukika Abiyama direct. And all of you who is saying, going back to your culture, go back to your origin, go back to the way of your ancestors, you have to differentiate the power of magic and the power of our ancestors, going back to the way of our life, of our ancestors. And without Biafra, without you thinking about Biafra, you cannot be able to acquire no knowledge. And never you be afraid that you will go crazy for reading different kind of book, because brain is being defined as ocean. Make yourself clear. You came here, the your first message was that we are scammer. Make yourself clear. Scammers call. We are not afraid of you. We will use you and make program. That is how far we have come. Okay? We will use you so you will know how anger. We are being impacted with histories. And a pyramid that is the first telecommunication ever created in this world told us that the treasure is hidden in an open place. In the Igbo language, it says, because Burkina Faso, Niger, Chad, Mali, Senegal, all these people that is trying to liberate themselves, at least to have what they call safe life. Nigerian military, American soldiers, French soldiers, British soldiers, Buhari is giving them land now in Nigeria in order for them to camp there and they fight against the people that want to free themselves. Then now tell me, when do you think that Tinubu will think of releasing Mazen Nnamdi Kanu? If you are sending this kind of message, we are not afraid of anyone. But when you want to distract us, we will tell you that we have been prepared before we come, ready to attack and respond whenever we want to do it. We are not afraid of you because we don't know you are an invisible human being. We are human. Nobody knows whom you are. Anonymous. You understand? That is what you are. So don't think we are afraid of you. If we are afraid, we will not be showing our face. We are on oath doing what we are doing, okay? Okay? Don't distract us. We are delivering what they call gospel message to our people. The same thing you see in the Bible and the Quran, that is what we are doing. The same way you see all the histories that is being made in Israel. When Egypt went to Israel and they robbed their gold and diamond, when Hitler went to Israel and they robbed their gold and diamond and history, they brought us some books from buried caves. They brought out those books being written with feather. Then they couple the history and they call it Bible. That is what we are doing. And that is how we came to understand that Biafra is a religion. And what we are doing today is a religion we will practice in Biafran land. And there's no other way Quran is written, no other way a Bible was written, no other way any other book is written than our words and our actions. You understand? For you to know that we are prepared. We are not afraid of you. Okay? We are doing the call which the God of our ancestors called us to do. And if we fail to do it, they will disturb us. That is what we are doing. And also ready to challenge and attack. We are 555 vision. One of it is that we are ready to answer one single question with 555 answers in order for you to know how prepared we are in what we are doing. Tell her this destructive message she is passing. Nnamdi Kanu is there for more than 3 years now. Inside dungeon. Inside dungeon. He is not even inside prison. Prison is 100% better than where Nnamdi Kanu is today. That is why you see if Aloy Ejimako and the new legal team now, the new legal team now, fighting. If you don't want to release Nnamdi Kanu according to international law that have freed him, send him to normal prison or give him sentence. Let the whole world see. And you think we will know all this and we will keep quiet. Only believe we are 555 vision. Tomorrow, our message will come like a divert of a sea. The way you dive in the ocean today is different the way you will dive tomorrow, because the sea has a new challenge every day. The way the wave come now and the wave is rotating now is different to how it will rotate tomorrow. So wait for us to our next meeting, to our next program. Maybe we will be able to read comments. Dear friends, we love you all. We will call it a day for now. So we have just break and we decided to deliver this gospel. Share it to anybody of your choice. We have delivered this message. Only believe maka na gịnị okwu anyị bụ nkụ gbọrọ udu mmiri ọkọchị pụọ a na-anya ya nkụ. Okwu anyị bụ nkụ gbọrọ udu mmiri ọkọchị pụọ a na-anya ya nkụ. Are you understanding? Akwụ banya n'ikiri achọba nnụnụ nọ n'ogologo. And that is what we are doing. We are delivering this message. And we love you, Biafrans. We call it a day for now. Thank you.